Yo guys, so today we're going to be taking a break from the hobbycraft, moving a bit into the official Nerf. So, as you can see by the title, you'll know what this is. The Nerf Elite Flip-16. This is the little brother to the Flip-32. I've put the scope from the Eagle Point on here, and the Eagle Point scope really does look good on here, as you can see. So be sure to check out my review on this one too. So straight away we're going to unbox this. This is a lot lighter than the big brother of it. I'll show you the box quickly. A lot of people haven't been getting these in boxes. They've been getting them in plain boxes. These have all got writing on and stuff, so yeah. So blaster there, very plain without the added stuff onto it. But that just holds the blaster in. There we go. It's all sort of wedged in the end. There are instructions in there too. So, big instruction manual like the big brother had, not as big. So these were just sort of wedged in there with a bit of cardboard in between, bit of oil on there. So yeah, these are a lot smaller. Just straight away you can see these are about half the size to the big brother version, Flip-32. You don't really see videos comparing both, so it's quite good to compare them. You get a piece of paper in there too. I don't know what this is all about. It's just a warning label, I'm guessing. Do not aim or either face in about 100 different languages. Distances are approximate and based on test data. Actual blast performance may vary in dark vision and other factors. So you get a piece of tissue here holding the primer back, the priming handle back. It's not cocked. This isn't. Oh, that isn't obviously the priming handle to cock it, but yeah, very interesting to see. There's a bit of tissue here. I'm guessing it's just protective. Rip that away, as you can see. Very nice design on here. I'm guessing it's just to protect all of that. Flip shots, Flip-16. Not written on this side. Really badly painted on this side, actually. I haven't seen that before. It looks like it was done with a pen. So yeah, I might have to go over that myself. But yeah, the ratcheting system is different on this. It's a lot smaller. The blaster is very thin. People don't really say about that. Especially some of the big YouTubers I won't name. What I like about this is that they managed to get it to say Elite either way, very cleverly. Because obviously Elite backwards would be a teal, so they've really cleverly done that. I still wonder how they managed to get that to work each way. I'm guessing it's because the slots, they sort of go away when you face them the other way, which is very interesting. That still baffles me. So I don't know what actual way is the front way. A little bit of like dirt on the inside of here, which I was quite shocked about. Yeah, okay, I'll just put it on, see how it goes. Doesn't want to go on. There we go. Try doing it sideways. These do work a little bit differently. Again, they didn't paint this one. I think they need to paint both. It just sort of ruins the look. There we go. It's very stiff. We compare it to the other one. The other one's a lot smoother. There's like force you have to fight against, and you can overspin these. And you can hit your thumb on there too if you're not careful. If you turn it this way, you can see you have to keep your hand very low down. So you have to pull it very precisely. If you ram it, you can overdo it. It takes a bit of practice, but it's not too bad. It's just, it's not natural having to force it forward like that. Again, the only thing I wished with this is that it had lever action as well, because it has hand space for that. But I'm guessing they're worried about your hands clashing together. There are a lot of hairs on this already, and like scratch marks and stuff, so I don't know what the reason that is. We have the priming bar. And we'll put that through. It looks like you have to, well, it is quite tight, so you can have one on and leave one off if you really wanted to. I'm not going to do that. Just going to screw it on. And you already saw the stock. Doubles as a sight. Got a very large front blade on there, as you can see. So it does work, but we open the stock out. A little bit of wobble there, but that's to be expected with folding stocks. And then you press the button there. And I saw Wellcom try and do it. There we go. Yeah, you can. There we go. You can force it. But that does take quite a bit of pressure. And there are sights once you've got that flipped out. You do have to have this stock quite high up in your shoulder. There we go. So it's a little bit awkward. It's better to actually aim from the hip with this and put this into your hip. It's a little front heavy, so this stock, just from the shape of it, doesn't work the best, but it does look cool with the Elite, and then when you flip it, it still says Elite. If only you could actually prime it with this button and this be the flip instead, because you do actually get a better purchase like this with the stock. So it's just a bit of a missed opportunity with that, but I do like how that folds. Everything's coming in these paper bags now. So yeah, we've seen the darts with the Big Bro, but we'll show you again. They're a bit drunk when they design these. They design them off the zombie strikes. I do wonder why they do that. But the whole premise of this is that you load the four from the back, and the priming bar does get in the way slightly, like the last shot. Can't really get it in from underneath. But the pistol grip is nice, but it's just a bit narrow. If only they made it a little wider. I do like the design on here. I just wish it was a little bit wider. I see what people are saying, the grip of it makes you want to put your thumb a bit further down, but you can grip this like a pistol. You can put your thumb high up as well and defeat that. So yeah, that is an option. So we push the darts in like this, loads quite easily. Just trying to see how fast you can load it. And then we want to flip. I actually find it better to hold it from the front, and this is how I load the bigger one, just because it's so heavy, and I find this to be better too. Still very large. Still counts as like a primary in a sense, especially with the folding stock. You do have to press the button; it doesn't unfold on its own. Same with the back piece. It's very smooth prime, a bit ratchety. I would have preferred it if it was a little less noisy. Like the lever action is a little smoother, it's a little quieter. There is a nice actual front place to put your hand here. That was both shots. That was hard to do. I don't know. It fired 2 out of 1. Okay. There we go. Flip. This is a little bit more accurate than the bigger one because it's a little more narrow. They do go where you aim, so that is a bonus. And we'll try with the stock folded, even though the gun is empty now. Quickly load it again. It's not too bad. It's definitely more unique than some of the other 2.0 blasters out there. I do think they need to step up their game with the paint jobs. I do like the camo design, but the paint needs to be on both sides. They need to start doing that. I've been saying this for a long time. Doesn't seem like they listen, and it wouldn't cost much more to do that. You can always just make the gun more expensive, the blaster more expensive. Yeah, the only downside is pushing the priming handle forward, the flipping barrel forward. It's just a bit mushy. Does take a while to load. You see, that's the only downside to this. I think it would be a good secondary, but it's just very heavy. We'll try using the sights back. There is no slam fire. I really tried to slam fire that one. Quite a large prime. This has much of a larger gap between each shot. Reminds me of the double shot quite a lot. You've got that big space and then that second shot. And I actually thought I fired it when I did that. So yeah, it works quite well. It's like an improved rough cut in my opinion. It's like a rough cut, a dream version of it. If you had a dream and this is what the rough cut looked like instead, it's got the same sort of profile, just a bit wider because of those double. Obviously you're getting 8 shots on a rough cut, so they'd be quite close together, and then you get to flip it again to have an extra 8 shots. So you've got that. The only wish is that it had a front prime, so you could actually hold it like this, because it's just weird holding it like this, and you can't really hold it like this because you can't fire it then, so you're stuck holding it out like that, or bringing it in a little bit. And it's very accurate. That's the one thing I'd give it, compared to the Flip-16, it's much more accurate. You can prime it and then bring your hand forward. That is just even more accurate. I think this would be quite a good Nerf gun for a Nerf war. It's just reloading it now. Now this is empty. It's a very slow process. I like to flip it, load 4, try and turn it over, load another 4, and then obviously prime it, load those 4 again, load those 4 again. Now, you know how long it takes to find the hole, as people say, for loading the darts, and it's quite difficult feeding them in. So I think magazine blasters do win on that part. You can flip your sight out and use it as a shield if you really wanted to. Very thin shield, but it does work. I do like that the retention system does work very well. It's a nice big button on both sides, and I do like the Elite logo on there. Of course, you can't put too much pressure, but you can see it does take quite a lot before it breaks, and you know, I don't think you'll be forcing it that much. If you get a nice brace on it, hold it a bit sideways, you can get a nice brace on it. It does wobble a little bit, but you can hold it. You've got to be careful you don't flip these out of the way, because I'm not sure if it still fires. We'll try firing this side. I don't think it'll fire that one. Yeah, so you do still fire that. If you do misalign that side, you can still fire, so don't worry too much. Very easy to misalign them, and I'm quite surprised it's quite easy to misalign them by doing that too. You can, you know, adjust it again like that. It's that quick, but do be careful of that, because there are limitations to this design. It's not as bad as some other people's ones, so I do have that. I do wish that this was a little bit improved, but there is a lot going on here in this design, so it makes sense. And I do like the shape of this and the style, so it's got that going for it. It's got the compactability, it's got the nice ergonomics, and it's got a 90s look to this. This looks like it came straight out of 1993, 1994. It's just amazing. Very, very attractive looking blaster. So if you enjoyed, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more, comment, and see you guys in the next video.